These Cleveland Cavaliers are serious, and I'm going to tell you why I think they're serious. That ball humming so crazy, BD, my head was on goddamn spinning. They was moving that ball so fast.
Porzingis. Cleveland is a team to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
But that's for the second spot. The Boston Celtics are letting you know this is who we are now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Shooting for the Stars podcast with your one and only host, Cameron Williams. And as y'all guys can see by the topic of today's episode, y'all guys, we already know I'm going to be getting into the Cleveland Cavaliers' historic 15-0 run until it came to an end this past Wednesday against the Boston Celtics. And also I want to get into that and just about, it really came down to really, you guys, I'm going to get into it, that's the experienced team, a team, the defending champions, which they should have looked like, against the team, up-and-coming young on the rise team in the Cleveland Cavaliers. But before I get into today's breakdown, y'all guys already know, make sure y'all guys please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and turn our post notifications on if y'all want to stay tuned for more episodes just like this here on Shooting for the Stars podcast, you guys. And one more thing, you guys, too. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, you guys. I cannot do it without you guys' help. Like I said, I need y'all guys' love, support, and together we will accomplish this amazing feat. But enough being said, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So as we all know, the Cleveland Cavaliers entering Wednesday's game, guys, they were on a hot start. They were off to it. Came in the TD Garden 15-0, you guys. You guys are 15-0. And I will say, but and to give some credit, Boston entered the game with shooting 56% of their field goals coming from deep, outscoring opponents for 20 points per game just from 3-pointers alone. That is absolutely absurd. The Cleveland Cavaliers, not really, I would say, you guys, the 3-point shooting team. The Cavaliers are currently 13th in three-pointers attempted per game, but they lead the league in 3-point percentage, making 42% of their threes for the season. And again, I will say, you guys, the Boston Celtics opened up this game and already showing their dominant and presence. They didn't care about the Cavaliers' undefeated record. They came in and showed them, hey, we the champs, okay? Y'all in our house. And if y'all gonna advance to 16-0, it's gonna have to be through here. And it's the NBA Cup. And I will say, you guys let me know in the comment section down below how y'all guys feel about this, about the NBA Cup. Okay, y'all guys, I think it brings an early intrigue to the game, to the NBA game, because we all know what the NBA doesn't really get that many views, or it doesn't really get amped up as much, because we all know the NFL is at the time of the year where it's getting to the real thick of things in the NFL. So y'all guys let me know how y'all feel about that. But again, in this game, really, it looked like the Cleveland Cavaliers were really getting ready to get blown out. I mean, as we can see, it's not easy keeping up a record, but until Evan Mobley was great in the second quarter. I will say Evan Mobley is going to be the key that makes this thing work for Cleveland. Make no mistake about that. Evan Mobley, no doubt about it. In the second quarter of this game, on both sides of the ball, as he came up good, multiple 2-on-1 situations to the basket. In the first half, the Cavs played right into the Celtics' hands. I will say they were overhelping on defense, as y'all guys can see. And on offense, they were taking bad shots, and there was no side-to-side ball movement like we normally see with Kenny Atkinson's offense. But I will say Donovan Mitchell overall had a big game, had a big fourth quarter, had 35 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. The Cavs cut a 17-point deficit down to a 1-point deficit in just one quarter. And that was the third quarter, coming right out of halftime. And with that right there, the Cleveland Cavaliers, that really showed their grit, because they were down Isaac Okoro, as I mentioned. They were down guys like Dean Wade. They were down Karis LeVert. Heavy solidified role guys for this team. And the biggest credit I really want to give to, honestly, I want to give credit to Kenny Atkinson, head coach for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, no doubt about that. I mean, he is my coach of the year, you guys. Kenny Atkinson is my coach of the year. Make no mistake about that. I mean, the way he's transformed this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Keep in mind, underneath J.B. Bickerstaff, previous head coach for the Cleveland Cavaliers, you guys know what they were ranked offensively. They were ranked 23rd offensively. You know what they are this year? The number 1 ranked offense this year. In pace, Kenny Atkinson's a big guy who he loves it. He's big on pace. He loves pace. And they were 23rd in pace last year. They're 7th in pace this year. 19th pace last year, 7th in pace this year. Not saying that you have to be a big up-tempo team, but it does help. I mean, these are young guys: Donovan Mitchell, Karis LeVert, Darius Garland, a quick guard, Ty Jerome. Guys like that. Isaac Okoro, who's transformed himself to a good 3-and-D guy. It's really important, especially being a young team like that. It's really important. It's good to be able to push out. It's good to be able to push out. And what he's done with Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is a guy who was never, when he came into the league, was not a guy that was an offensive threat. He was strictly an elite rim protector, a good defender. Make no mistake about that. But he's really transformed his game into being now Kenny X came in and has instilled confidence in him to be able to take 3-pointers. And as you've seen throughout his career, he's been a real good 3-point shooter throughout his career, attempting now 2-pointers at least a game and hitting for 42% throughout this season. Make no mistake about that. He stepped up and came alive. Jared Allen, we know what he's gotten more out of. We know how he's gotten out of. And I love Kenny Atkins' offense. I love how he runs his. I love this offense with the spread pick and rolls. They do a lot of that, and what they do is they get a lot of defense on their heels. Y'all guys know how we get on here on Shooting for the Stars podcast. Y'all guys know. We don't talk about it. We break it down. So, and like I said, and one thing I farther mentioned with Kenny Atkinson, you guys, is that real quick before I get into it, real quick, so I got some tape of what I'm talking about. Kenny Atkinson does a really good job from the get-go. He's an offensive-minded coach. He's a genius. And again, when I go into that Boston game, Jason, I go to that Boston game. Their resilience to be able to still only lose by 3, because I believe it would have been a different game if they would have had their 3. They would have had, of course, Karis LeVert playing, Isaac Okoro, Dean Wade. It would have been a different story because they were able just to lose by 3. They were able to stay in it with those guys down. And Evan Mobley, again, he was a big part of the turnaround in that game. Make no mistake about that. People are not going to talk about that. Evan Mobley was the big sensational part of that turnaround this Wednesday for Cleveland, for them not getting blown out. Seriously. He opened up the game, like I said, with hooks. Got 3-point shots. He was all over the place on both sides of the ball. And I said, you see how Kenny Atkinson's getting the most out of him. I love that. But y'all guys already know what we're getting to. Y'all guys already know how we get it. We know we're getting the film here, y'all Shooting for the Stars podcast. And you guys, like I said, like I said, 16 games in. But y'all guys let me know how y'all feel about the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay. And now, as y'all guys can see right here, on the top of the screen, I got Darius Garland. And again, I say with the Cleveland Cavaliers, one thing about it, they love with these spread pick and rolls. They love to play on the open side of the floor. They love to play on open space of the floor. And what that does is with these spread pick and rolls, what they like to do is you have that first action as a decoy in order to create more space for an even better look. As y'all guys can see right here, Darius Garland comes and gets a fake screen by Jared Allen, catches at the top of the key. LeVert drives it. Look at that. Jared Allen wide open. Can't beat it. Jared Allen wide open. Can't teach it better than that. You can't teach it better than that, you guys. I'm telling you. Next play right here. What I'm talking about right here. Karis LeVert bringing the ball up the floor. It looks like right here, it looks like Karis LeVert is running and is getting ready to run a normal pick and roll with Jared Allen, who I'm getting ready to circle right here. It looks like he's getting ready to run a pick and roll. Jared Allen just circled him right there. Look at that. Just for him to pop out, catch it easily, and now he's working towards a 2-man action, which I just circled. And to Darius Garland, he rejects the handoff, cuts back door, open layup. Look at that. It's beautiful basketball right there. They constantly have defenses on their heels, constantly, all the time. You cannot teach it better than that. Seriously, this is what the Kenny Atkinson offense is all about, utilizing everybody. And guys, not just that, keep in mind, as y'all guys, next play right here, keep in mind, this offense does not have to be used through the big guns. They are very more than comfortable enough to run this offense through their second unit in Ty Jerome and Karis LeVert. Why? Because look right here, Karis LeVert stops on the dime, pulls back, gets the screen from Jared Allen. Why do they feel comfortable? Because they can make the reads. Jared Allen, as you see, catches the ball right here, frees up right here for you guys. He plays out of the short roll well. And when you have a duo like that, and when you have guys like that, it creates a very diverse and dynamic pick and roll offense, which is why they are the Cleveland Cavaliers run pick and roll more than any team in the league, coming in at a rate of 86%. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can't beat it. And for Darius Garland, it works out. And for Darius Garland, it works out. We all know he's a guy that has a phenomenal off the dribble 3-point radius. But one thing I will say about Darius Garland, I will say though, his two main traits, I will say, his two main traits is his ball handling and his passing ability, which he uses to apply pressure on opposing defenses, and and he uses it to play also a cat and mouse game with opposing bigs, which also lures bigs up. And he finds ways to get easy lobs to guys like Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. He's a very conniving guard, very slippery, slithery guard. I will say Darius Garland, he fits the mold. That's why I've said it multiple times that I believe that Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell are the best backcourt in the NBA, without no doubt about it. I mean, this is how they've sustained their success. I mean, this is how they've had success, and they, not to say they didn't have success last year, but this is how they really sustained it. Okay, and next play right here, as you guys can see, I'm gonna freeze it. Darius Garland, he's not the guy. He's not the kind of physical or the interior finisher that Donovan Mitchell is. No, he's not. But one thing he is, he's great at getting inside defenses. As you can see right here, playing for you guys, he gets by D'Angelo Russell, which is not hard to do at all. And once he gets that big to commit, easy lob to Jarrett Allen. Once he gets that big to commit, it's an easy lob all day for Jarrett Allen. Like I said, not D'Angelo Russell ain't the best defender. I believe I can get by D'Angelo Russell, but it's the fact that he's able to get by pretty much anybody in the league with his quickness and his, again, I say, his ball handling ability. But he's a pass first guard. He's always looking to get his teammates involved, and we've seen that so many times throughout the beginning part of the season. Just find those lobs to Jarrett Allen. They feasted. I mean, they have feasted, and he like I said, that they have a big four. They have a true legitimate big four, I will say, over there in Cleveland. They really do. And the big four, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. But they have depth. And that's what it's going to come down to. So with that being said, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. With that being said, you guys, yes, Boston did get them the first time. They did get them the first time. But what y'all seen from what I showed y'all, you guys, we know Jason Tatum, as y'all guys see, making a big time shot to close it out, to close out the game over there. Horford comes, pushes it. Jason Tatum catches it to the corner, drives it in, kicks it out. Beautiful ball movement. Peyton Pritchard just hits a bomb, and really to make it to a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter to really swing the momentum, keep the momentum coming their way for Boston. And like I say, you guys, it's just still early in the NBA season. We got a lot of games left to go. But I really love what I'm seeing from this Cleveland Cavaliers team, and I do believe they are truly the second best team in the Eastern Conference right now. Just 16 games in, and hardly even a quarter into the season. I believe they are the second best team as of right now. But y'all guys, let me know if they were to play Boston in a 7-game series right now. Do y'all think Cleveland could win? I mean, seriously. They were on pace to beating Golden State, the 2015 Golden State Warriors record for the most consecutive wins, longest undefeated streak. I mean, you hear what Draymond Green says about me. Listen to Draymond Green talk about just playing this Cleveland Cavaliers team and how they blew that Golden State Warriors team out this year. They blew out Golden State. I mean, see, they had something. I think about 30, 40 points in the about halftime. I mean, they were absolutely did them bad. And listen to what Draymond Green said about this young Cavaliers team led by Kenny Atkinson, head coach.
I'm gonna tell you why I think they serious. That ball humming so crazy, BD. My head was on goddamn spinning. They was moving that ball so fast. Yep. I was like, whoa, oh man.
They do. They have a really, really good formula, and I think it's going to be a formula as, of course, too early to tell, but it's going to translate great down the line as they build more continuity, as they get used to playing together. The only thing I believe that can hurt them is health. I'm not gonna say you got arguably, like I said, a top 3 in my opinion, the best backcourt right now in the league, and Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, and then of course, and then you got your 2 bigs. You have a dynamic front court and Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, your twin towers. I gotta see what I'm saying. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. This is a really good team, a really good coach team. They're disciplined. They're fast. They're young again. They're going to make some noise. I do believe that they're going to make some noise. But of course, we can't forget about the Orlando Magic who just beat the Lakers. We can't forget about also the New York Knicks. Okay, so of course the Boston Celtics are at the top. And like I said, y'all guys let me know what y'all think about this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Y'all guys let me know, is it too early to tell? And with that being said, y'all guys let me know what y'all want to hear next in the comment section down below. And y'all make sure to please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all on the next upload on Shooting for the Stars podcast with y'all's one. and only host, Cameron Williams.